You might have good intentions, you might be polite, kind, even hardworking, but if you don't know how to use the right weapons, you'll keep getting ignored. She'll think you're nice, she'll talk to you, and forget your name 5 minutes later, because being nice is not the same as being irresistible. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 secret weapons every real seducer carries. These aren't cheap tricks. They're silent skills that spark respect, desire, and presence. If you use these weapons wisely, you'll stop chasing and start being the kind of man she watches and wants to figure out. So pay attention, because what you're about to learn could change the way the world sees you. First thing, unshakable confidence. You want to be desired. First, you gotta own who you are. No strategy will work if you walk into a room asking for permission to exist. You could be good-looking, nice, even smart, but if your energy says, "I hope they like me," you already lost the game. Women feel it. Other men feel it. Confidence isn't about talking more. It's about talking less and making your presence felt. But most guys don't even realize they're self-sabotaging. They're constantly begging for validation. With their eyes, tone of voice, slouched posture, they laugh before the joke lands. They say sorry before they even get interrupted. And then they wonder why no one takes them seriously. Confidence is built in solitude. It's born when you face your fears with no audience, when you do what needs to be done, even when you're embarrassed, even when you doubt yourself. The man who trusts himself is the man who trusts his discipline. He's not the one who feels no fear. He's the one who acts even when he's shaking inside. Want a real tip? Train your mind like a warrior trains his body. Wake up early, work out, read, face what's been holding you back. Do what you promised yourself you'd do, even when you don't feel like it. It's in the accumulation of small wins that real confidence is built. Amy Cuddy, a psychologist at Harvard, proved that body posture changes brain chemistry. Standing tall like a confident man raises your testosterone and lowers cortisol. This isn't self-help talk, it's science. Want to feel powerful? Act like someone who demands respect. Stand tall. Walk with purpose. Keep your gaze steady. Your body teaches your mind. Confidence is like a scent. You can't see it, but you can feel it. When a man walks into a room with that energy, he doesn't need to say a word. He gets noticed, and more than that, he gets respected, because he doesn't have to explain himself. He knows his worth doesn't rely on anyone's opinion. Now take a deep breath and ask yourself, what part of your life are you still hiding from? That's where you need to begin. Because without confidence, the other weapons lose their power. But with it, even your silence becomes seductive. Second, effective communication. You could be the smartest guy in the room, but if you don't know how to communicate, you'll get overlooked. You'll miss out on opportunities, on real connections, on respect, and yeah, you'll miss out on women too, because attraction isn't won with strength. It's won with words, silence, and presence. Effective communication is one of the most underrated weapons men have. Most guys think it's just about speaking well. But real power, it's in how you look, how you listen, how you carry yourself. As Dr. Albert Mehrabian once said, only 7% of communication is verbal. The other 93%, tone, posture, expression, intention. You can say, "I understand you," with words, but if your eyes aren't connected, if your body's turned away, if your energy's not present, she won't feel it. And if she doesn't feel it, you don't exist to her. An irresistible man holds space without taking over. He speaks slowly, with a steady voice, with intention. He doesn't shout. He doesn't interrupt. He listens with his eyes, his body, his full attention. That's how he creates something rare. Emotional presence. Eye contact is your most powerful bridge, but it's not about staring, it's about holding the moment. Look her in the eyes when she speaks. Match her pace. Let your energy say, "I'm right here." And when it's your turn to talk, don't rush. Make every word count. Now listen to this. Listening is more seductive than talking. Men who truly listen are seen as more trustworthy and more attractive, because real listening is rare. It's not about waiting your turn to speak, it's about making the other person feel heard. Practice active listening. When someone's talking, don't plan your answer. Just be there. Show interest. Ask something that goes deeper. Example, she tells you about a project? Instead of just saying, "That's cool," ask, "How did you feel when you finished it?" Now you've tapped into emotion, and that creates connection. Your body speaks too, loudly. Crossed arms? That's a wall. Fidgeting? That screams anxiety. Speak with relaxed posture, open shoulders, head up, like a man who's not trying to prove anything, just offering presence. Here's another key. Pace. Speak slowly. Leave space. Insecure guys rush. They're afraid of losing attention. High-value men pause, and when they pause, they own the room. Effective communication isn't about being eloquent. It's about being authentic and present. It's about making the other person feel important. And when you do that, you become important too. So tell me, are you really listening, or just waiting for your turn to impress? Think about it, because the way you communicate determines whether you attract or push people away. Third seduction weapon, mystery and intrigue. Wanna be irresistible? Then stop giving yourself away in the first 5 minutes. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking the more open they are, the more interesting they'll seem. But the truth is the opposite. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to forget. The human brain is wired to chase what it doesn't fully understand. Mystery is what hooks people. It intrigues them. It makes them want to come back for more. When you reveal everything too soon, you kill the magic. It's like a movie trailer that spoils the ending. There's nothing left to discover, so there's no reason to stay. Psychologist Arthur Aaron studied this and called it the uncertainty principle. It shows that uncertainty, when used the right way, boosts romantic interest. In other words, she wants to figure you out, but she can't, not completely, and that keeps her connected, curious, engaged. You become the puzzle she wants to solve, and the person who sparks curiosity sparks attraction. But listen closely. Mystery doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means being selective, intentional. It means revealing parts of yourself slowly, on purpose. It means leaving a few questions unanswered, letting your silences speak, giving answers with layers. It's not about hiding, it's about guiding the rhythm of discovery. Simple example. When you talk about a hobby, mention something intriguing. There was this experience I had once that completely changed the way I think, but that's a story for another time. She'll think about it all day, because you just planted a seed. And the right seeds grow in the subconscious. Being unpredictable also plays a role. Surprise her with gestures that break the pattern. A compliment that's out of the ordinary, a gaze that lingers longer, a silence that speaks louder than words. Routine dulls the senses. The unexpected reignites desire. And don't fall into the trap of trying to please all the time. Men who seek approval tend to overshare, hoping to be accepted. But a high-value man, he's not overly available. He doesn't sell himself. He offers himself in doses, and every dose leaves her wanting more. Now hear this loud and clear. Mystery is not manipulation. It's a style of presence. It's knowing you've got depth inside you and letting people earn the right to discover it. Women don't want all the answers up front. They want to feel like they're in front of something rare. something that demands attention, presence, emotion. So here's the question. Are you giving yourself away too fast? Or are you showing up as someone worth discovering? Be the kind of man worth discovering. Confidence that's built in silence when no one's watching. Communication that doesn't seek attention, but commands presence. And mystery, that rare ability to not over-explain, to let others want to discover more. Did you notice something? None of these weapons shout. They don't beg. They don't chase. They attract naturally because they're rare. Now tell me this, are you still out there showing your whole self to people who never asked? Still talking too much, trying to prove something, explaining your worth? Or are you ready to move like a man who knows what he's worth and doesn't need to prove it? Because when you master these weapons, something shifts. You stop being the guy who's always chasing, and you become the man they remember, even in silence. Now it's on you. Which of these weapons will you use today? Drop a comment below. I want to know. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the lessons no one else is teaching. And share this video with that one friend who needs to stop begging for attention and start valuing himself for real. Because real seduction starts with the respect you have for yourself. Big hug and God bless.